Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a new viewer. Usually on my channel I do knit, crochet, sewing, talking. Well, today it's not going to be a whole lot of variety. I have some sewing that I want to show you, and then I may do some knitting or some crocheting, and it's going to be kind of a vlog type chitty chatty video. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, grab your project, grab you a drink, hang out with me for a little bit. I appreciate the time you're taking with me. Okay, so I have my drink. I have my sparkling iced caffeine, and I'm hoping that the extra caffeine will help with this migraine, because of course I would wake up on my son's birthday. Now my sons are grown, but I would wake up with a migraine. Of course I would. That's Murphy's Law for me, right? Forgive my hair. I just got out of the shower. We are going out to eat in about 3 hours, or a little under 3 hours, for their birthday. So let me tell you about the situation first, and then I'll share some stuff. You know how I did that haul video from Walmart and Hobby Lobby? Well, I had said that I needed those because I couldn't wait on Amazon to get here. Well, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I went ahead and went to Hobby Lobby and got those little bit of straps, because the post office lost my Amazon package. I've been waiting 6 days. Well, they didn't lose it, okay? The guy misdelivered it. I got a call today, and long story short, they don't know that they can get my package back. He went to the house that he thinks that he took it to. Now, he has only been delivering mail for 2 weeks, so I understand that. So I had to contact Amazon, and now they're telling me it'll be another 5 days before I get my stuff. So, if you have totes from me, they will be done as soon as I get these things. Now, I did I did do as much as I could on, let's see, Loretta's I have almost done. The only thing I have to do with Loretta's is put the lining in this one. And look at all the, you can tell I'm not done. See all the little the sprigs and stuff. But I can go ahead and get that liner put in. I was going to do that this morning, but I had to take my husband to his primary care physician again this week for more blood draw, to check his CO2 levels. So, and then I had to go by Walmart and get the stuff, because I am baking. Actually, I have baked a red velvet cake for my sons. Yes, they are grown men, but every male in my family loves red velvet. And my mother-in-law had a recipe, and I can't remember. I had to do a tweak. The guys had told me, the boys and my husband had told me once before when I made it that I needed to do something, and nobody can remember what, least of all me. So I'm going to make it again, and they can tell me what I had to do. Who knows? With this migraine as bad as it is, I might have made it perfect. I might have deviated from her recipe just a twidge. I don't know. But anyway, as far as the tote bags, actually, you know what? They're in rough shape. I mean, they're not in rough shape, but they're not. I want to show y'all finished products. So, I mean, yes, I showed you Loretta's, but I have one for Autumn. I have two for Laura. Well, Laura's friends. And then, so Loretta. Oh, and I've already got Beth Ann sent off, thankfully, because it was 5 totes altogether. So I had to get it in my brain because I have a list on my board. And I did update my list after I talked to everybody. The only one I haven't talked to is Linda. Linda said she wanted an owl tote. So Linda, if you still want one, let me know. I still have it, the old note up there for an owl with navy. But anyway, today is a day, I'm telling y'all. I am going to work on my cable strata tee. And I'm going to complain a minute. And I'll probably reiterate this in one of my catch-up videos, or I may not. No, I'm not complaining today. I'm done complaining. I'm just done complaining. So, I did rip this out. I'm telling you that now. So, all my work is like gone, but that's okay. That's all right. You'll probably see that in an update video. I don't know. You know, I should, since I had to rip it all out, I should probably put it on my, what do they call them? Yarn genies or whatever. I don't honestly remember what they're called. It's the little spinny thing on a magnet. That thing. But anyway. So, I appreciate all the support and the feedback that I had received from y'all on the, oh shoot, I almost messed up, y'all. And I'm trying my best. Sometimes my hand works better, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll just see what it works today. Probably since my head is hurting so bad, I can't really focus that hard and try to tell it what to do. So hopefully my body will just go, oh, let's do automatic mode. You know, muscle memory mode. That kind of thing. Hopefully. Maybe not. Because it's not listening to me. I was trying to let my stuff go. So I need to hang out with my friends and see if I can't relax my head enough to where this migraine will ease off. So usually, now my husband's family likes to go out to eat for birthdays. My family had always done Sunday dinners with my mom, and on birthdays we would just cook whatever the birthday person wanted, right? Or in the case of the kids, we would have a little birthday party for them. But because my mom passed away in 2011, so the boys were still young, and I mean not young, but young enough. Anyway. Side note, squirrel. So after my mom passed away, Sunday dinners kind of, we did Sunday dinners for probably two or 3 years after that. We continued the tradition even though my mom was gone. And then me and my brother had issues and it stopped. Isn't family great? I love my brother. I really do. We just couldn't see eye to eye on some things. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, me, my husband, and the boys. And then when my daughter-in-law came along, and then when my grandson came along, you know, we would do Sunday dinners quite often. The only time we haven't been doing them lately, in the last year, is when the boys work 6 days a week. Because you know what? If they're working 6 days a week, I'm not going to ask them to hang out with me on a Sunday. They need that rest day. You know, Y'all do y'all's thing. Stay at home, relax, rest, whatever you want to do. Well, but on birthdays now, the one thing that changed after my family stopped getting to me and my family stopped getting together was we just started going out to eat with his family. Well, we always did that, but Mike and I would always do something for the boys the day of their birthday, and then we would get together with family on another day. Well, Adam expressed this year to my daughter-in-law, not to me personally, but to my daughter-in-law, that he only wanted to do his birthday one day this year with my husband's family and us, one time and one and done. He didn't want to drag it out or something. So I was like, you know what, that's fine, whatever you want to do. So we're gonna have 15 people going out to eat at a restaurant, which I can't stand, because my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, there's now there's 6 of us, and then there's my father-in-law and his girlfriend, and then my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, and their 4 kids. So it's a big group, and I don't like going out to eat at a restaurant because chefs try to get all the foods out. 13 people, 13 or 14, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to math today. My head hurts too bad. So, on the plus side, you never get bored when you go out with that many people, because there's always somebody to talk to. So, I don't know when the boys are going to eat their cake. I'm definitely not going to take it to the restaurant because they're not 5 years old. So, y'all gave me good feedback on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Mia, I'm glad you figured out the whole subscription thing, and you got your notifications back on. And no, I didn't take it personally. I figured that YouTube was messing you up, and I wasn't taking it like you were mad at me or anything. This project, let me tell you, I can't wait to see it done, though. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Sorry, squirrel moments. Squirrels are bad today. Squirrels are real, real bad. But I'm kind of glad y'all were responding really well to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whenever I wanted to do it, because of the fact I had plans for today's video. I had big plans. Well, not huge plans, but I had some plans. I was wanting to go, I did go to Ollie's, trying to find the fabric, the bolts of fabric that everybody was finding. I talked to an employee, and I don't know if she was blowing sunshine up my hiney. I really don't. Or if she was being for real. Sometimes people, they tell lies, but they do it with the best of intentions. Maybe. Anyway, she said that they had sold their last bolt the day before I went. I'm like, really? No, that's like me, right? A day late and $1 short. Of course it's me. Of course it's me. Anyway. No, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just being... I'm in a weird place today, y'all. These migraines... It's not as bad as it has been. But... Now, this is with Motrin. I took Motrin first thing this morning at like 6:30, and then I took Excedrin around 9:30 when nothing else was going. And then this is number 3 today, and it is 10 minutes to 3. So it's 2:50, and I've had 3 of these today. But these are doing more for my migraine than the Motrin and the Excedrin did. Now, that's normally not the case, but hey, I will take any relief that I can. But anyway, I also have got enough positive response that I will move forward with the cow. Now, I want to do, I'm only going to do part 1 and part 2 for that elements thing. And what I'll do is, you know, as we get closer to that, I will kind of give you the outline of what I want to do and what I want us to do. But I'm thinking I might have to bite the bullet and make a Facebook group so that we can share all of our stuff. And I said I wanted to, and I asked y'all's opinion, and you know, some of you were like, yeah, we can, you know, let's do a Facebook group. Our community is small. It's mighty. We have a great community here on this in this little space here, but it is small, and so I didn't want to feel like there was another thing that I needed to tend to, especially with me upping my video days to three a week. So what I may do is I may go ahead and create a Facebook for the cow. And then if I notice that it's going to require a lot more of me than I have available to myself, then I may just, you know, archive it until we need it again. That way, y'all aren't split, because there are so many creators out there with YouTube pages, YouTube groups, and I'm in a couple of them with a couple of you. So, and I don't want, does that make sense? Okay. If it does make sense, thank you. I'm not going to keep rambling about it. But that was one of the things that I was thinking about doing, because another reason why I stopped going forward with the Facebook community, the Facebook group, is because we have the post community down there. So I thought, oh, how terrific is that? But that's not even really being utilized a whole lot. So I was like, you know what? We'll just keep that as a natural thing. And if y'all would rather do the cow down there, the crochet along, in the post community, let me know. I will defer to y'all, because I can say this, that, and the other, but unless we all majority agree on it, then it's not going to be a good decision. If I decide to go on my own, go out from left field and say, this is what I want to do, and this is what we're going to do, if y'all aren't on board for it, you know, it's going to flop. So, Facebook group for the cow, or down in the post community, y'all let me know. But I was keeping a running tab of on my little dry erase board there of the deposit of who was wanting to go ahead and do the cow in March, and then I ran out of room. That's a nice problem to have, though. I like having that problem, so I'm not going to argue. I am doing... Uh-oh. Do we have a knot? I think we do have a knot. Let me use my... Actually, no. I was going to... Wait a minute. I think I have a... Oh, no. That's too big. I had a... I was going to use my seam ripper, but... Oh, wait. Forgot I got my jewelry needle nose. It's easier to do things like this with that than try to make my left hand cooperate. But anyway, hang tight. Apparently I can't talk and think at the moment. It's trying to come out. I really have high hopes for this. Oh, okay. I want to get one of these shirts done to see if I'm going to like them, because I want to see, shoot, hold on. Apparently I can't do that. And we are cooking with gas now. There is some Malabrigo that I want to get. And I have been shopping around, and I think Premier Yarns is going to be the way to go. Because I wanted, yes, I did do these 12 cast-ons with what I had in stash, right? But I also warned y'all that there was a couple, at the end of last year, I told y'all there were some yarns that I wanted to try this year. Premier Puzzle was one, and I bought that. Ended up getting that for like $5.95 or $5.99 from Walmart. Ooh, my hair's almost dry. Well, no, not really. It's getting there. But I went to looking on Premier's website, and someone, I can't remember, another podcaster I saw this morning said that Premier had some new yarn. So, of course, I went to go look. Nah, I didn't want the new yarn. Well, when I went up under the new tab, I didn't want the new yarn it was showing. So I was scrolling down and I seen the Malabrigo. Now, Malabrigo is pretty expensive in my local yarn shop. I have a yarn shop in Columbia, and then I have a yarn shop down here over in Augusta. And I may go for more hand-dyed, because both shops, since I went last year, both shops seem to be featuring some hand-dyed, local hand-dyed yarn. And I'm all for that. I will pay local yarn shop prices for locally dyed yarn. There's one that I call a local yarn to me, and it's Chandy at Expressions Fiber. She's in Charlotte. Yes, it's a couple hours from me, but she'd actually been looking for dyers a few years back, and I emailed her, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tempted. But my husband would probably shoot me for driving 2 hours to work and 2 hours back. So, but just can imagine. Because I did, and I still do, want to try my hand at dyeing my own yarn. Because, why not? I mean, I would not go into it thinking I would be selling them. Because, I mean, there's already a whole lot of hand dyers out there, right? Indie dyers. So I was like, no, but I would love to make a trip up to Charlotte and get her yarn in my hands. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I was like, couldn't find it. But anyway, I would love Expression Fiber Arts, I think is what its name, her company name is. I don't know. I see her face. I just ain't 100%, and my laptop's over there. So, but anyway, I'd love to do some of those, and because y'all, I'm not kidding. I have Three skeins, 3 hanks of hand-dyed yarn, small indie dyer yarn. And then the rest I have cotton and acrylic, except for my sock yarn. But now that indie dyed yarn is all sock yarn. I didn't buy it. Well, let's be honest. I bought it for socks. But now I want to buy some for garments, for tops, for me. Because I can use a fingering weight wool or a wool nylon blend, and I can make summer tops and just have them short sleeves, or I can take the same top and put long sleeves on it, and that'll be a good winter shirt. I mean, right now we are in the weirdest. I mean, yes, January is usually when we have our quote unquote winter. I mean, you know, hey, Christmas was 85 degrees. Actually, it was 82 degrees, I think. The year before was 85. And then we come into January and we get hit with 17 degrees. And this year was like a winter storm. And we're supposed to have another one this weekend. So, weatherman was saying this weekend is going to be a repeat of last weekend. Which thankfully we got off lucky. We got off lucky more than most did. We didn't even lose power. So, we definitely got lucky. But tonight, is supposed to be 17 degrees. And then it's only supposed to get up to 31 degrees on Saturday. So a 17 degree night and then 31 degree day. And then back to 19 degrees the next night. Or I could have the 17 and 19 reversed. I don't know. I'm going by what my husband told me. I don't know firsthand because I didn't look at the weather app. Didn't do it. Y'all hear my chimes? Me neither. I see them moving, but they're barely moving. The wind's not blowing hardly at all. So it's like, you know what? That could have lifted my spirits. Actually, sitting here knitting on this, because this is the first bit that I've been able to do this today. So it's relaxing in the regards to where, wait a minute, what's happening here? Oh. It's relaxing in the sense that, yes, I still have to make the cream cheese frosting for the red velvet cake. And I went with the bundt pan this time. Because my mother-in-law's recipe actually has it as a 3-layer cake, a 3-layer round. But Adam likes the red velvet bundt cake that Sam's Clubs make. Sam's Club. And we were in there the other day, my daughter-in-law and I, to get some chicken. Well, we went in there for chicken. And then we ended up getting chicken and broccoli and spinach and no, I got carrots before that. Veggies, canned veggies. Because I canned green beans this year. I didn't can my normal amount because I tried a different bean and they just didn't produce as well. So, going back to my old faithfuls this year. But what was I going to say? I haven't canned corn yet. I haven't grown our own corn in 2 years because I did it the first year. I did it when I had my garden out in the backyard. But when I went into the greenhouse, the very first year, I was growing corn, and I was tickled. They were growing really, really good, And then we had, it wasn't like Hurricane Helene, but the winds were bad enough to where it ripped all of my plastic off my greenhouse and flattened all my corn. So I was really discouraged after that. And then I was like, you know what? No more corn in my greenhouse. So I think what I'm going to do this year, I won't grow my own corn again this year. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until we make our big garden where we're going to build the houses. I think me and my daughter-in-law, actually, we're probably going to get out there in the next couple weeks and start mapping out where we want the garden itself, and then where we want the greenhouse. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, man. Oh, well, it fell off my table, and I'm not going to get up and get it. But you know what? It'll work just as fine down there as it will up here. Thankfully, I cleaned my floors the other day. After the kittens were in here, I was like, you know what? It's so messy. There's paper all over the floor and yarn. I'm not yarn. Thread bits all over the floor. So I was like, yeah, I've got to vacuum in here. So I did. And my yarn is just fine and dandy on that floor. But anyway, I want to be able to do probably, I'd say, so that we have enough fresh corn in season and then enough to where I could possibly can it. We'd probably have to do maybe a 100 by 100 foot area of just corn so that we could do the 4x4 planting to where it would be structurally sound, to where they could hold up to wind. I mean, they might not hold up to something like Helene, but shoot, not a whole heck of a lot held up to Helene around here. Even it knocked down trees. So anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but that's why I had to buy veggies, because I did not can corn, and I had very little canned green beans this year, and then I needed some other stuff. But we got way more than we intended to at Sam's. But the whole purpose of that story, yes, I circled back around to it. It took me a minute, but I circled back around. We went back to the bakery because she's like, I really want to get Adam one of their red velvet cakes because he loves it. And she was trying to figure out what to get him for his birthday. So we went back to the bakery, and we didn't see any, and there was a worker up there, and she was polite. She was like, hi, is there anything I can help you with? And Kat asked her, she's like, do you have any red velvets? So the lady's like, let me go see if I have any in the freezer. And she come back and she's like, no. And so she said, can I order one? And she's like, no, they're out of season. What? Since when did... I've never ordered, I've never gotten a cake from Sam's, so I don't know. I even checked today at Walmart, and she said that Sam's bakes theirs fresh, but she thought that they might had some extras and had frozen them. Pardon me. And she didn't. But when I checked with Walmart, she said that theirs arrives frozen, that they don't even, because I thought, Sam's, Walmart, same difference. One's a grocery store and one's a warehouse. Or wholesale, or whatever. It's not wholesale, it's a warehouse. But club. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway. So I asked my daughter-in-law today, I was like, I woke up, and yes, I have this migraine, but I knew that I wanted to do this. Since she wasn't able to find the one that Adam likes, And I've done nothing but cake red velvet for my husband and my other son, Austin. I've done it for them. They're not super crazy about it. I mean, it's not bad, but they're not super crazy about it. So I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to do this today. So I texted my daughter-in-law and I said, is the red velvet that Adam likes from Sam's, is it a layered cake or is it a flat sheet cake? And she's like, it's a bundt cake. And I was like, oh, actually I have 2 different style bundt pans, so I'll do that. And it's so funny because I looked up Sam's red velvet cake and it looked like it was a layered cake. So I sent it to my daughter-in-law. I'm like, this is what Sam's is showing for the red velvet cake. She's like, no, let me see if I can find it. And so she went on TikTok. Or she Googled it and got the TikTok images. And it really looks like the bakery called Nothing Bundt Cakes. That's the name of their place. And I don't know if that's anywhere else or if it's just here in the southeast. But I was like, so it's a Nothing Bundt Cakes knockoff? She's like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, okay. So we're going to see how my grown sons like their nanny's recipe for red velvet. And if it's a hit, awesome. I'll continue to make it. Because I told my husband, I was like, I wanted to start making you a red velvet every year for Christmas. And then this past Christmas, all this happened. And it stopped me from doing that. But as you can see, my hand is doing a lot better. I'm still having issues with my leg. It's kind of dragging sometimes, but I don't know that that's ever going to stop. And this right here sometimes won't listen. But we are going to roll with it, and we're just going to keep on kicking. So, long roundabout way of saying, the bundt cake has been out of the oven since 1:30. So it's been out of the oven for an hour and a half. So I'm sure it's cool by now. And after I finish talking to y'all, I will get in there and I will make the cream cheese frosting. I'm not going to do pecans. Traditionally, I would make pecans and chop them up and put them in the icing and then decorate the top of the cake with them. Well, the last few times we have bought red velvet cake, it doesn't come with pecans. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I have pecans. If they want me to add them, I can add them after the fact. But I don't really see pecans working on, and I know, some of y'all are saying it's pecans. I know. You know me. I say things the way I say things. But I have some on hand. If they want to add it, I'll add it. But I don't think they'll miss it. I really don't. Because bundt cakes are really not conducive to that. I'm used to bundt cakes having glazes, not true icing. So this is going to be fun doing this, icing this cake. But I'm excited. I'm hoping that between the knitting, the chatting with y'all, and the third caffeine drink, well, caffeine sparkling ice, because y'all, I went to my husband's Columbia appointment yesterday. I took him to his doctor, and that's his normally monthly one. We took my grandson because he was hollering he wanted to go with us, and he wanted Wendy's afterwards, so we went to Wendy's. And I just wanted one of their chicken tender, little 3-piece chicken tenders, because now they have chicken tenders, and they're actually pretty good for fried chicken, fried tenders. But And yes, I am going to go back to my healthy eating again right after. Actually, I'm going to start it Monday. I'm going to go back to my regular eating because, y'all, I got on the scale and it is 10 pounds now. Which technically, it's like I told my husband, it's more than that because the first 2 to 3 weeks after my concussion landed me in the hospital, I lost a few pounds. I lost a few pounds. And then now I am 10 pounds what I was before the hospital. So it's about... it's one of those. But anyway, I don't mind gaining the weight back that I'd lost the first couple weeks, but I don't like the extra 10 pounds that I'm wearing right now because my hip doesn't like it. My leg is stuttering sometimes, and I just got to get it back off. So I'm going back to my healthy eating Monday. Excuse me. But the whole purpose of that was at Wendy's, she did a combo because I ordered what I thought I was ordering because I told her I just wanted a 3-piece tender. Actually, no, I think I said 4-piece and an ice water. She did a combo. So I was like, I don't want all that. So I was like, well, you know what? I haven't had a soda in forever, so I'm going to get me a Dr. Pepper. Y'all, I haven't had soda since August. My normal Mountain Dews that I used to drink every morning as my coffee, I haven't had it. August. So I was like, whoa. And of course it was a fountain drink, so it was way overly, a lot more carbonated than my little sparkling ices. And I was like, whoa, jeez Pete. That stuff filled me up like crazy. But I'm sitting here watching the time because I got to make sure that I'm wrapping up with y'all in time to go make my frosting and get it on the cake before, because I think they're going to come up here before we go out to eat. I hope so anyway, because I want to give them their cake and I want to give them the couple things that my husband and I had bought for them for their birthday. It's kind of like leftover stuff from Christmas that we didn't get them for Christmas so that we could have something to give them on their birthday. Yes, I know. I'll probably be doing this when they're 50. If I'm still here, I'll probably be doing that anyway. But I want to make sure that I'm good and ready and all this is done. But I honestly don't want to move. I am enjoying sitting here chit-chatting and knitting. This has gone a long way. Y'all just don't know. I'm losing light though. Well, it's not even 3:30. Oh, it's getting cloudy. I was going to say, it's not even 3:30. I don't know why it's starting to get dark over there. But at least it's not on the camera. So I guess I need to hurry up and get off here so that it doesn't the sun doesn't come out on the camera. And if it has and I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry, y'all. I just enjoyed been sitting here talking. It's been a minute that I just sat here and talked. I mean, I know I talk to y'all all the time because Lord, half of my video is me talking, but you know what I mean. Well, most of the video is talking because, you know, I don't do a whole lot of the multi-day vlog type things. I think I've done what? 1, 2, maybe 3. I actually was going to do one here on the totes, and I filmed me doing Beth Ann's tote Well, I filmed me doing part of her tote. And I just got too frustrated and aggravated, and I honestly wanted to say a lot of cuss words, and I didn't because I was filming. It was a day where my left hand was not cooperating with me at all. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, the sun's starting to come out. So if it is affecting the camera, I can't tell. I'm trying to look, but it looks like it's catching the bottom of my phone, not the actual lens. So I think I'm going to sign off of here, go ahead and get in there and finish getting this cake done, do the icing and getting it frosted. But I have done, let's see, I think 4 rows? 3 rows. Not horrible. I mean, not when you consider this is, I think I cast on 230 something stitches. Let me see. Oh no, I'm about to say that might be the other part of the pattern that I had put up. No, here it is. For a size large, with a 41 3/4 inch bust, I did 236 stitches in fingering weight. So it's coming along. It's getting there. Hopefully by the time I do my next 12 cast ons on 2026, I'll show y'all a lot more. But I am going to bid you farewell, and tell you I will see you again next time. And I hope, if you are in this cold spell that's coming this weekend, I don't know if there's storms to be had with it or if it's just a really, really cold spell. But I hope you're staying warm, and if you did get affected last week by that winter storm, I hope you have power. I hope things are going a little easier for you, because a few of you did lose power. And I hope y'all are getting better and they've got your power on, because I know how rough it can be a week or more without power. So until the next video, y'all take care and stay warm and find you a little bit of joy. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye.